Welcome to the gallery that tells your story. This is the section of the show where we have our featured author. And I'm so happy that Sister Lynelle has taken the time out of her day to share her book project. And we just are excited to learn more about what you're doing with your book. And just want to turn it over and say thank you, Sister Lynelle.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming through. So, tell us a little bit about the title of your book and summarize it for the audience.
So, the book is called Finding Light in Dark Places. And the book is about people who face challenges in life. We all face challenges, trials, and tribulation. So, the book is just stories of how they found light in those dark places. You know, we all have dark places. They could be dark places in the corner of our mind.
Yeah.
And so just being able to find the light of God, because he said he is the light and he put that light inside of us.
Yeah.
So we have that light now. We're walking on this earth with that light shining in us.
Yeah.
And so how others are able to see that in each other, in circumstances, in situations, and just knowing that there's always light at the end of the tunnel, because that light is God. And everything that we chasing outside of him is irrelevant, because light confounds the darkness. And so he resonates in all.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Very excited. Very excited to even read it. So choose a brief section of your book to read and tell the audience why that particular section resonates with you.
All right. So I am going to choose page 5. And this is The Faces of Dementia.
Okay.
So it's Lexi, Sharon, and Raheem.
Okay.
The cozy coffee shop provided the perfect backdrop for our monthly gatherings. The warm aroma of freshly brewed coffee mingled with the soft hum of conversation. Our group, Faces of Dementia, consisted of 4 friends who have come together to navigate the challenging terrains of caring for parents with dementia or Alzheimer's. My father was the first to be diagnosed. He had always been my pillar of strength, my best friend. So my father, my biological father, actually had dementia. So this part of the story is really about how God, even with dementia and him not remembering my name, not remembering, he had a stroke and he used to walk with a cane. When he forgot, started forgetting, he never walked with the cane. Wow. So the Lord was a lamp unto his feet and a light unto his path.
Love it.
So even though the enemy took his memory, God still showed his grace. And so he has always been my hero. My father was lost, left out of a nursing home. He escaped from a nursing home with dementia. And so we had him on the news, couldn't find him. And just God's grace allowed my sister, her best friend from high school, who never met my father in person, she found him on Greenmount Avenue in Baltimore City. Wow. And walked up to him and said, "I think I found your father." Called my sister on the phone. And she described our dad. And that's just the grace and the mercy of God. And so that's why this portion resonates, because of the challenges of dementia, caring for a parent, understanding the challenges that the caregiver faces as well.
Yeah.
But just knowing that when you see your loved one and you feel like life is taking a toll on them and they're deteriorating, just knowing that even in those little moments, finding the good thing that God did, and that was the light that he did. No longer my father walking with a cane for years after a stroke, but when he started forgetting, he forgot that he even needed that piece of aid.
Wow.
So
that's powerful. Very, very powerful. So with that being said, moving on to the next question. Who or what inspired you to write the book, and why was it important for you to write it?
So who or what inspired me? The Holy Ghost.
Okay.
God himself birthed this book into me in 2009.
Okay.
So delay is not denial.
Yeah. That's
so
right.
I was very delayed with the book. I was slow with creating it because I worked 2 jobs all the time. So each and every moment he would give me little pieces of the book.
Yeah.
But maybe about a year and a half ago, he said it's time.
Okay.
It's time to stop procrastinating and go ahead, because it was people having a lot of challenges. COVID-19, I talk about a little bit of that. People dealing with mental health and so many crises that people were facing, that I said it's time to talk about the light of the world. And he is that light.
Yeah.
And he said, go ahead, move forward. And I moved forward. I was obedient. And he allowed me to birth it. My mom, who suffers from, eye impairment, she came up with the cover of my book.
Wow.
And so, the whole lighthouse is the beacon of light, and the butterflies going to it. Us running to God, because he is that beacon for all of us. And so that's what, inspired me, him alone.
Wow. Powerful. So, question for you. As I hear you talk, and again, very excited to read more about your project. What often concerns me is people who are walking in darkness, and their darkness to them is their light. So my question to you is, how do we help individuals who are in fact walking in darkness and deceived by what they think is light?
Their truth.
Yep.
So it's the light of Christ in us that will help others see him. Because they can't physically see God, but they can see us. We are the vessels. We are the salt of the earth. He said that you are the salt of the earth. So when people see us, when we're encouraging them, when we're showing them compassion, when we're showing them grace, when we're talking to them about the living God and how he brought us through, eventually they will see it. Eventually you keep planting seeds. Eventually somebody comes and water those seeds. Eventually those seeds will grow. Because that's the enemy's job, to keep people confound, to make them think that they have to stay in bondage. Darkness is just bondage. It really is. It's just being in captivity of your thoughts. And so when we start replacing the outside thoughts, the world's thoughts, and placing them with God's thoughts and his plans for us, then people start seeing the light of Christ, because they see the change that was created in us. If they know us and our walk and our stories, they see that the God we serve changed us. He transformed our mind and renewed us. So
Powerful. I love it.
I don't want to start preaching.
It's all good. Look, we're in the right place. So where can the audience reach you directly, and how can they purchase them?
So I'm on IG. I am Butterfly Girl 37. I'm also on Facebook, Lynelle Osborn. And my book is on Amazon. So if you just go into Amazon, type in Finding Light in Dark Places, Lynelle Osborn, the book will pop up. If you want a signed copy, then you can DM me in IG and I can sign it and ship it out to you directly.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time. We really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Excited about everything that you're doing. So this is another great episode where we feature another great artist in her own right, but author of the book. And this is Coach White signing off. See y'all next time. Peace.